Many people say when they come to Huddleston, Virginia, that there isn't anything to do. We have no grocery store, no stoplight, only a couple small local restaurants. But to me, I had it all growing up. My dad has always been a farmer and a construction man, so my average day followed his favorite saying, early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Dad would mention this to me whenever I slept a few minutes past working hours. And for the longest time I interpreted that quote as the only way I would ever make a good living. Yet one day, I realized it's not all about financial success, but rather absorbing every heartwarming sunrise and taking no day for granted. While Dad was a pusher, Mom was a believer and inspirer. She always shared stories she heard on NPR and encouraged us to accomplish something as awesome as the young scientist she was listening to. It just takes some determination, she would say. But most of all, she urged my sister and I to never let go of something that excited us. And though I've struggled at times handling the pressure of landing a good paying and supportive job after college, all the wisdom my parents have bestowed in me throughout the years has made me a hard worker and given me the confidence to never back down for something I know I can achieve. When I wasn't stacking lumber or feeding cows, I was immersed in nature. Like a spitting image of Opie Taylor, I could be found hunting squirrels, catching crawdads and snapping turtles, and of course, fishing. Every Sunday during the warm months of spring and summer was fishing day for Dad and I. I know how these memories have shaped my entire life. Fishing was a lot about sport to us, but of no less importance was the time spent together and the food. Grilled fish, broiled fish, fried fish, seared fish, fish sandwich, fish taco, fish salad. We had it all. Crappie, bass, and bluegill were the usual on our menu, but every now and then we would thaw out a pack of tuna, dolphin, mackerel, or blues for special occasions. I still joke around with my family that if a tick bite prohibited me from eating red meat, well, fish every meal would be just fine with me. Mom's advice to always follow what excites me held true as I entered Virginia Tech as a wildlife science major. However, I soon realized that just as water is crucial to all of life, it was also crucial in my career. Hearing about California's droughts and the world's exploitative commercial fisheries struck responsibility in my heart to protect those who can't protect themselves. The fish. I quickly switched my major over to fisheries conservation and have felt so much more engaged with my education ever since. The semester has proved to be a challenging one, but no class has demanded more work than ichthyology. Had it not been for my previous experience with Dr. John Seiler's dendrology class, the Latin would have been near impossible. Yet beyond the brain-constricting Latin names, ichthyology has taught me to think like a fish. Now when I watch fish, I understand how their morphology dictates their behavior, and respect their graceful movement through the water that much more. They say you always learn better when your interests lie in the teachings, and I have found this to be very true with ichthyology. My specific passion still lies with fish as an incredible food source, but this class has emphasized and enhanced my devotion to conserve our wild populations through sustainable aquaponics. The connections I have made through studying fishes has graciously linked me with Dr. David Kuhn, where I aid in aquaculture research with tilapia, trout, and shrimp here on campus. I can't help but feel that much closer to my passion every time I get to work in the lab. Whenever Dad and I sat on that pond dock and casted a line, I would dream about making a career around fish, and I'm quickly seeing that dream come true. So this is me, Mom, holding on to something that excites me.